guys, welcome back to my channel. My returning subscribers, thank you so much. You guys are the reasons why I keep making videos, because of course I'm assured and I'm sure that you guys will check up on my videos that I upload. Please don't stop recommending my videos, don't stop sharing the link, don't stop telling people about this channel. Let's go on this ride together. Come on guys, you've been good, you've been amazing. So for our new subscribers, welcome back. Where have you been? Well, you're part of the family now, so you're welcome. Thank you for joining this this ride. Thank you for coming to this channel. So you have called and I have answered. So I made a video recently. For people who may not know why I'm making this when I'm doing this story time, I made a video recently where I spoke about I asked you people that to let me know if you want me to do a story time, or how long it took me to accept my husband's proposal, and that is why I'm doing it today. Okay, this video is for you guys, so make sure you watch it, like it, share it, and put a comment down below. Okay, why did it take me 7 months to accept my husband's proposal? When he told me he would like to go into relationship with me, it was at a point where I just finished serving NYC, Nigerian Youth Service Corps, and in NCCF. Don't know if you're familiar with NCCF, Nigeria Christian Corpus Fellowship. So I just finished serving and I was to travel home. Of course, in some of us lives, what next is what you're going to be thinking about, like, okay, after NYC, what next? And I was planning to travel home just to come and see my people, at least before, even if I would travel back to where I served, or I will stay, let me just come and say hi to my people and travel down to my state. So that was the plan. And out of nowhere, this brother just called me and asked me, oh, in bits of celebrating your completion, your NYC completion, I would like to take you out. Let me just take you out. And of course, like a G that it was a G, you know, our successors like that, we call them G in NCCF. So it was a G, and of course it doesn't bite, right? You just celebrate your win, celebrate your completion, NYC completion. So of course I said, okay, no problem. He's somebody I know, at least from afar. I know, and I've heard good reports about him, so not bad, right? So we went on that date, or we just went out to eat somewhere, and that was where he told me he would like to marry me, he would like to go into a relationship with me. Like, bro, what? Okay, at first I felt so annoyed. Is that the right word? But I didn't feel right. I didn't feel so good, because I was like, even if you have this thing in your mind, couldn't you have at least waited till maybe a second date? You asked me to come eat like this in another day or something, because that was just the very first time we'll get to sit close by together. And you even told me you were celebrating my NYC completion, right? So why couldn't you just give me that day free without telling me your decision? So that was my thoughts that day. So when he said it, we just finished eating and we parted ways. And he told me he would like me to pray about it, know what God is saying about it. And I traveled down home. At that point, I knew that relationship was not even the next thing. Like, I was not expecting such. I was not thinking of relationship at that point, because, you know, now I was just finishing NYC. I wanted to just focus on my life. Like, what is next? Father, is it job? What is it? Even if it's job, where is it? And all of those. So so at that point, okay, let me say that finishing NYC in NCCF, I knew I needed to retreat. Like, I had used spiritual energy and physical energy, like I mentioned in the other video. I had used it to serve the people of God, and I knew that I needed retreat. Like, I needed some things to be revived. I just wanted to spend alone time with God for some days and just sit down at his feet, just worshiping and studying, praying, and you get in that line, and that was what I wanted to do. I did not even think of relationships. So traveling down to my state now, and okay, if you don't know, I come from Oyo State, and I got to Oyo town in Oyo State precisely. So I got home, and the next day I got home. I knew I wanted to retreat, right? So I like mountains. I'm a mountain person. I like praying on the mountain. So and we did not have, or maybe we had, and I didn't know. There was no mountain that I could go to pray in Oyo town. So I called a friend of mine in Ibadan, and he told me that there are mountains, a lot of mountains, praying mountains in Ibadan, and he gave me the address of one, and then I took a trip down to Ibadan to just retreat. So getting to Ibadan, I started my retreat, and I was praying to God. I knew I didn't want to go to God with that question of, okay, this person has come to ask for my hand in marriage, and what are you saying? I didn't even start that, but of course it was part of my prayer points, but that was not the main focus. That was not the main reason why I went to that mountain to pray in the first place. So I was just praying, telling God, worshiping God, asking him things. What next? What are you saying? And of course I asked him about relationship. Now this person has come. Lord, what are you saying? And you know what? He said a word, but the word he gave me on that relationship, he answered me on all other matters that I was actually praying for. But on relationship, he told me to wait. That was what he told me, just wait. Okay, wait is wait. Wait is not a yes, neither is it a no. Wait is wait. So I waited. I didn't know for how long I was going to be waiting, but he told me to wait. So I waited, and I went ahead to do other things I was doing. And part of what he told me about other things, other aspects of my life, was that I was to return back to the state where I had served, because I wasn't done yet. Like, that was how he said it. I wasn't done with my assignment. I don't know what assignment exactly was at that point until I traveled back. So I went back. So when the season of waiting, of course, I was still praying about it. He told me to wait already though. So, but at that point, because he told me to wait, I didn't know whether it was going to be a yes or was going to be a no. And this brother already wanted to just build relationship, or he wanted to just build strong friendship already. So I was being careful so that it doesn't seem as if I'm leading him on when I know that he's going to be a no or something. So he wanted to build a friendship, but I just told him to let's keep the call at minimal level, nothing too much, as I'm still praying about his proposal. One thing I discovered during that period was that when he told me he would like to go into a relationship with me, I discovered that I started to compare him with with the idea of the man that I wanted for myself, or with the idea of the physical structure, yes, that I wanted for myself. Because of course, tall, dark, and handsome. Even though me, I did not mind the tall, but I wanted a dark person and cute looking guy. And of course he was cute when he showed up, but he's light skinned. Guys, like, he's nowhere dark. My husband is light skinned. So that was like, God, I wanted a dark man. And this, so I started to compare him with my idea of the man I wanted, and I started to compare him with, of course, my previous relationship that failed. I started to compare him to that person. So I learned, it was during the waiting period that it became very obvious to me that I had not really truly moved on from that failed relationship. I was still holding on to one thing or the other, something like mourning your past relationship. So I didn't know. I thought I had moved on. Like, I thought I had healed and all of those. But it was the season of waiting that I discovered I had not moved on. And I needed to heal. I needed to be totally healed for me to accept the kind of person that my husband is. That was one thing again that the waiting season taught me, that I needed to accept him. This is who he is. No comparison in this zone, right? Like, you don't compare him with other people. If not, there is going to be issue. There is going to be trouble in that relationship. So it was in that season that God taught me to accept his person, accept who he is totally. and then accept what he has for me, which is a bigger and better picture for me. And that to accept who this man is, and his person, his physique, and everything. He has told me to wait so I could sharpen my skills, so I could work on myself better to meet his person. Because it's like God is preparing a job for you, or God has prepared a job for you, has told you this job is yours, but then you have no skill measuring up, or you have no skill to measure up to that job. You are going to mess up on the job, or if you don't sharpen your skills for that job he has prepared for you. Because it's not like or there are some jobs that will take you for internship. You'll just be as an intern. Those are willing to wait for you till you they are willing to bring you up to speed on the job and on the skills that you need. Or relationship isn't like that, right? So relationship isn't like that. So I needed to sharpen my skills to meet his person. So I needed to work on myself to fit his kind of person, to accept his kind of person totally, so that things can be easy for me in the relationship. So if God hadn't told me to wait, things might have been very wrong. Like I might have gotten things so wrong, and that might have affected the relationship, and maybe making it not to lead to marriage. So it was a moment of acceptance for me, and it was a moment of season of sharpening my skills to meet this description of the man that he has brought my way. And I feel like God is going to show up when we least expect. Like God is going to show up when you're not expecting, when you are not looking out for relationship, when you are done with self. I feel like God is going to show himself. He's going to bring that man that he has for you when you are not searching. What do I mean by when you're not searching? Like when you have totally surrendered to him, when you have told him, Lord, do it your way, when you have put self out of the way, God is going to step in. You can imagine he came at a point where I was going after God. I was going after everything about God. I just wanted to spend more time with God. I just wanted to stay at his feet and learning and beholding his face. That was what I wanted. So now, him coming at that point just showed to me that it is when you have told self get out of the way, it is time for God. It's either God or nothing. So it's just to encourage somebody out there that stop looking, just be with God, get busy with God, do something with God, and your man is going to find you. He's going to find you while being busy. He's not going to find you idle. Get something doing, and that is how God is going to orchestrate that man for you to just come locate you that way. I had waited for about 5 months. Yes, I think I had waited for about 5 months, and at the end of 50 months, I began to feel some kind of peace. I began to feel ready. I began to feel my response to him began to even change. Like I was more open to conversation, even though I hadn't heard a yes or a no. But I was more relaxed around him, and when he called, I was more receptive of his calls. But at the same time that the peace was coming, then the fear was also setting in that this is actually, I had a sense of this is actually like this is my husband. I began to have the feeling that this is my husband. This is who I'm going to marry. This is who God wants for me. And at the same time, fear began to set in that, does that mean this is the bus stop? Like, this is my marriage already. So I began to have concerns and everything. Then my mind began to get confused. Is who God wants for me. So that was at 6 months. So okay, I was already going to give him a yes. But then I thought to make it special, and the following month was his birthday. So I just thought to delay till his birthday and just give the yes to him on his birthday, just to make it special in my own way. And I plan to just take him out on a date and be the one to spearhead or to sponsor it while I give him a yes with birthday gifts and everything. So that was why it took me 7 months. So literally it took me 6 months. I just delayed further so that I could make his birthday. That year was his 30th birthday, so I just wanted to make it a special to say the yes in a special way, and happening to be his birthday. So that was why it took me 7 whole months, guys, 7 whole months to accept my husband's proposal. Now I am not saying it doesn't have to take you that long, especially if you've been friends with the person before. It may not even take you 2 days to accept his proposal. But that was my own story, right? That was why it took me long. And the truth is, guys, I would not have it the other way, because that moment of waiting helped me to actually see him as the complete image of a husband that God would want for me. So I wouldn't have it the other way. Like after my video that I dropped, the last one, somebody DM'd me and asked me that, okay, if I knew what I know now, those times, if I times, that would it have been better? Would I have made it shorter, or would I have answered him on time than and not waiting for how long it took me? And I told the person, I said, honestly speaking, I would not have changed a thing about it. He helped me to work on myself, and he helped me to better prepare for the relationship. So that's it. That was why it took me 7 months, guys. 7 whole months. Please, guys, share with me in the comment section. Are you married? If you are, how long did it take you to accept your husband's proposal? And what was the story around it? Please, I would like to hear it also. And if you are not married, you're in a relationship leading to marriage, how are you doing? How is the relationship coming? Waiting in the comment section for your gist. I'm waiting for your gist. I'm waiting for your comment. Please, let's meet there. If you are not yet subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? Please also turn on your post notification bell, guys. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video.